I have nearly played 532 days inside my Minecraft Forever world, which is the same as 3.12 days of real time, which means I've spent over 75 hours of my life dedicated to this world. From the basics of the starter home, working the way up to a rocket factory inside the Forever world. But it's time to shift gears into building a very beautiful, first time ever achieved by myself, Q, the man, the myth, the legend, a custom spruce forest. So if you're new, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I'm trying to reach my goal of 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year of 2025. Now, this pathway connecting us from the industrial district over to our main village is looking kind of bland if you ask me. So the plan is going to be terraforming this whole section here, probably expanding over into this way, and there's going to be some custom trees. Going to be building a custom spruce forest, because after all, we are in a taiga biome. Might as well build a custom spruce forest, right? So it's time to get resources, make sure my tools are all nice and repaired and ready to go, so that way I can take on this big project without any worries. I knew I was going to need a lot of leaves for this project, so I made sure to start with the smaller spruce trees to get those leaves. Then I hopped over to where I have the giant spruce trees grown, because I need lots and lots of spruce logs. And it's crazy to think, while I was chopping all of these down, I didn't quite know what I wanted to build for trees. So after I gathered up a bunch of resources, I hopped over into a creative test world and was just designing all kinds of different custom spruce trees. I think I've kind of nailed it down a little bit, but we'll just see how this terraforming project pans out. I have nearly gathered a whole shulker box full of spruce logs and about half a shulker box of leaves. So I got my base camp set up right here, and it is time to take down all of these spruce trees right here, and more than likely expanding back over in this way just to make it easy on the eyes for both sides. I now just realized that I didn't actually need to really go over to the tree farm and harvest a bunch of spruce, because I'm going to be getting a bunch of spruce and spruce leaves. But anyway, that was a past Q problem, and this is now a future Q problem. But future Q is on the case. By opening this case file, I did discover some evidence that all this wood that I was now gathering from clearing out this original spruce forest has raised some concerns that I might just have too much. However, that's going to help out future Q, because backlog of spruce logs, get it, is going to help out in the long run. You can never have too much wood inside of a Minecraft world. Well, now that that is done, and of course, it's raining. It's always raining in this world. Why can't I ever have a nice, beautiful, sunny day? All of these trees are now cleared. And yeah, we got quite a bit of extra trees to work with, and wood and leaves and sticks and mushrooms. Oh yeah, mushrooms. Plenty of mushrooms, even though we got a mushroom farm set up over there. The plan for this area is the next step. So stage 2 is to slope this backwards a bit. So it's going to be like sloping down, kind of like the side of that mountain right there. So I need to work on terraforming this all the way back up and over, and basically the custom forest is almost going to be like seeping down to the actual ocean level. So I got a lot more work to do, a lot more digging and placing blocks and getting the land shaped just right. And I plan on covering that hole, and I plan on covering that hole, because I don't like holes in my area, and I just want this rain to stop. I thought Mojang improved the coding for generation of the terrain. Apparently they didn't really do that good of a job. In the start of this process, I did forget I had a beacon, so I was like, why am I wasting time? Time is very valuable in the sense of YouTube content creation. So I grabbed my shulker box, dedicated just for my beacon, and made sure to set it up. And now have haste too, so now I'm able to fly through this project without any ease. A project that could have taken me 6 hours, brought it down to 2 hours. I think I'm getting better at this whole time management thing of making you guys videos. This has taken me quite some time. Some time indeed. So like I said, I was going to work on the terraforming and smoothing out the land, which I have done that. As you can see, the actual land of the forest is nice and smooth, and then down over this way is actually something quite exciting that I do have big plans for. So this area over here, I was thinking of maybe expanding the village down over this way with a couple of more buildings and everything. And also the reason of this gappage right here is because I was trying to figure out a way to connect this side of the cliff face and making a little pasture area, but also making the terrain look nice and smooth and having to deal with this big gaping hole. So I figured, why not do some rough terrainage, like having some like stone variants of like, exposed cliff faces like you can kind of see right there, but of course, in a more beautiful sense. So by continuing that along all the way over here and dropping down to this level here, would really help blend and also break up this area. Plus, I plan on doing the same thing, exposed cliff face along the shoreline here and wrapping all the way around to over this way. Plus, with this big jutting out bit right here is going to be a sheer cliff face. Obviously, that's going to be the second side of the port over in that direction. Something in this area is going to happen. Either it's going to be completely removed and open up the port even more and do some cool decorations, and eventually touching down into the ocean to do something rather beautiful or rather interesting, I should say. So the next plans are actually, I need to once again gather up some more resources, mostly stone, deep slate, cobblestone, cobble deep slate, and all those other variants. With me spending as much time as I have over there doing all this terraforming and clearing out trees, I'm kind of curious to see if this has been working. I gotta look into that. It's supposed to be really good, but it's quite not working the way that I want it to be.
Wow! 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 Wow!
Well, as you can see behind me, I did finish up the custom terrain generation, my own generation of doing custom terraforming, and this cliff face is looking, well, not as pretty as it could be. In due time, maybe a live stream will come back and revisit this and actually add some details and textures and all kinds of beautifulness. And I still need to figure out this side of the area. The whole purpose of this area is to make a custom spruce forest. And of course, it's still raining as always in this world. We never have sunny days. It's just horrible. So the next plan that we're going to be doing is actually planting a bunch of trees. I have worked very hard in a custom creative world of mine just to plan out some build ideas. And I think it's time to actually lay down a lot of these custom trees. It's going to be popping up crazy. I know there's been quite a few time lapses in this, but I will do my best to make this time lapse actually look really interesting actually. I don't know, maybe I can do a little cool tweaks here and there or something. I'm not sure. The time has come to actually finally get rid of this boring blank space and add in those beautiful custom trees. I gotta be honest with you, it's been, well, probably a couple of weeks since I've actually been in this world, and will you believe it? I did it. I built the custom trees. Look at it. Isn't it pretty? Yeah, the flooring needs to be changed up a bit, just like details, decorations, and stuff. This needs to be roughed up a little bit more just to make it look beautiful, grand, and all that good jazzy stuff. But hey, look at these trees. Aren't they nice? Yeah, need to add some boulders, make the terrain a little bit more rough, and maybe add in some pathways to lead down to the actual ocean down here. Maybe some suggestions by you guys down in the comments would be much appreciated. However, I will say though that this is making the coastline look really nice. And of course, sprinkling in some more custom trees throughout everywhere else is going to make it pop even more. And also just this cliff face going from like the darker stone working its way up to the lighter stones and how it blends in up into the stone and andesite. And then probably going further up, we'll do some like more lighter stuff from like andesite into cobblestone and mossy cobble and stuff like that as we go higher in elevation. Just how it all blends together like it's supposed to be here. It's supposed to be pretty. It's supposed to be nice. It really is crazy to think that this world just started out with a simple spruce taiga village. I just doubled down on that, didn't I? Of course I did. We've slowly transformed this world into something beautiful and magical just for ourselves. Like, I mean, just look at this. It's crazy to think that just a few months ago, it was just a village here. And now we got pathways, we got some enchantment tower, the best diamond mine shaft ever, a rocket factory over there. And I did fix the spawn rates because I actually had to lower my AFK spot. I was actually like 20 blocks too tall for it to actually generate any creepers in the creeper farm. We got the beautiful tree farm, massive sugarcane, which I got to remove this and do something different over here. We got the start of the port down there, which I do have some plans and been working on some designs to add more things, but that'll be in a different episode, which actually I'm currently working on right now because this is actually the end of episode 7. And if you want to watch episode 8 and you want to figure out what's going on in episode 8, make sure to subscribe and stick around because I'm not going to tell you. If you want to know, you just need to